There is a moment we all know, a silent, chilling moment when the cold water hits. It's not the splash of a quick failure, but the slow, insidious chill of a protracted struggle, the pressure of a job lost, the ache of a dream deferred, the silent erosion of hope. We look around and everything feels hard. The environment is unyielding, the circumstances are brutal, and you, standing in the center of it, begin to wonder, will this water finally break me? Will the adversity that surrounds me finally define who I become? This story is not about what happens to you. It is about what you choose to become in the scalding heat of your own trial. We live in a world that praises resilience, but rarely teaches the true depth of it. We are often told to be strong, a hollow command that offers no real guidance when the strength has run out. This message is for the tired soul, for the person who feels like they've been boiled alive by life's demands, who believes the only two options are to be utterly defeated or to fight back with a fury they no longer possess. It's a message that matters because it gives you a third, deeper option, an ancient wisdom found not in philosophy texts, but in a simple kitchen experiment. It speaks to anyone who has ever faced a personal pressure cooker and wondered if they'd emerge soft, hardened, or something entirely new. Imagine a deep, heavy pot, filled with water, now brought to a violent, rolling boil. Into this fierce environment, three distinct things are dropped. The first is a potato. Whole, solid, and dependable. It represents the person who seems tough on the surface. They walk in with a determined stride, confident in their own structure. They believe they can endure anything. But watch closely as the boiling water begins its relentless work. Slowly, insidiously, the potato's firm exterior gives way. The fibers weaken. The core softens. It is fundamentally changed, but not for the better. It goes in hard, and comes out, weakened. The circumstances have defined it, making it pliable, easily mashed, its original strength dissolved by the heat. We know this person. They are the ones who became victims of their environment, who let the difficulty take their edge, who were hardened on the outside only to be made utterly soft and powerless within. Next, we introduce the egg. Fragile, delicate, its liquid life protected by a thin, brittle shell. The egg represents the sensitive soul, the creative mind, the person who fears the world because they know how easily they can be hurt. They enter the water already anticipating the pain. But as the boil continues, something unexpected happens. The clear, flowing protein begins to seize, to solidify. The heat, meant to break it, instead makes it rigid. It becomes hard. Not resilient, but brittle. Its inner fluid life is now a tough, unmoving mass. It is sealed off, protected, yes, but at what cost? This is the person who responds to trauma by building walls, who replaces vulnerability with an impenetrable, unfeeling exterior. They survive, but they are no longer alive. They are hard-boiled, isolated, and permanently changed by the pressure into something unbending. We spend our lives oscillating between being the potato and the egg, softened into submission or hardened into isolation. We accept this as the only choice: be a victim of circumstance or become a prison of self-protection. But look now at the third object, dropped into the very same, unforgiving water, the coffee bean. It is small, dark, seemingly insignificant. It carries no great shell for protection, no solid density to rely on. It is dropped into the fiercest adversity, and for a long time, nothing appears to change. It simply absorbs the heat, the pressure, the chaos. It endures the same trial, the same temperature, the same relentless boil as its companions. It seems to be suffering in silence. But the coffee bean is doing something the others could not. It is not merely enduring the environment, it is interacting with it. It is engaging with the struggle at a molecular level. It is transforming the very nature of the water that seeks to destroy it. It takes the scalding, plain, and aggressive heat, and it uses it as a catalyst. The water does not make the bean soft, nor does it make the bean hard. The water begins to change color, to darken, to fill with an aroma that is rich, complex, and intoxicating. Here is the perspective shift that changes everything. The potato and the egg allowed the environment to dictate their change. They were reacted upon. The potato softened, becoming less than it was. The egg hardened, becoming rigid. But the coffee bean? The coffee bean changed the environment. It transformed the water into something beautiful, something nourishing, something fragrant. It didn't emerge as a better bean, it transformed the entire context of its suffering. This is the profound realization we must internalize. Adversity is the boiling water, and your choice is not simply how you survive the heat, but what you create within it. You can allow the pressure to make you a softer, less capable version of yourself. You can allow the pain to seal you off in a brittle shell of cynicism and rigidity. Or you can become the catalyst. You can take the harsh, aggressive, unrelenting heat of your circumstances, your debt, your grief, your failure, your confusion, and allow it to release the deepest, richest part of who you are. The pain is not a punishment, it is the process that draws out your essence. It is the necessary heat that turns a dormant seed into a powerful, aromatic influence. You do not just survive the trial, you use the trial to make the world around you a richer, more vibrant place. We all face the boiling water. The world will always be hot, demanding, and relentless. Do not try to be the unyielding potato, which only softens. Do not try to be the protective egg, which only hardens. Choose the path of the coffee bean. Choose to take the very thing that seeks to break you, the isolation, the difficulty, the fear, and let it infuse you with purpose, with depth, with compassion. Let your struggle become the source of your distinct aroma, your unique offering to a thirsty world. Your greatest power is not your ability to withstand the heat, but your ability to change the water. Go out and be the force of transformation, not merely a product of your environment. Take your pain, your history, your fire, and turn it into fuel, flavor, and life. The world needs your transformation.